Fantastic. Thank you very much. Great, another great report from the field.
Yes.
Running a real
We love
operation around
Arista. They did a product spotlight with us. They're big
Yep.
supporters of the exchange, so we're very appreciative for all that they do with us.
Absolutely grateful. So we have a new guest in the booth now.
Yes. We have Joe Deater, our BMET of the year. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, I think I said this the other night at the board dinner, but I had known you won like months ago.
Yeah.
And so for people listening, I have nothing to do with the award selection because it's a conflict of interest, right? And when they told me you won, I could not think of anyone more deserving for this award. And I was told I had to embargo this. So we had multiple conversations, and I so badly wanted to congratulate you. And then it got a little bit awkward where I'm like, does he know that I know? And do I know that he? And then at some point they had told me that I could tell you. So
Right.
you had also been told it was a secret.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No, she kept the secret very well.
I did. So Joe, why don't you tell everyone listening a little bit about who you are, how you got into this field, how long you've been in the field.
Well, my track went through the Air Force. I had learned about biomed from my second oldest brother to try and get into it in the military. Did not. Ended up working on F-16 avionics systems for my 4-year stint in the Air Force. And from there, once I got out and moved back home, I just started taking gen ed classes at a local college, private college. Come to find out they had a biomed program. So I signed on for doing it. Nobody at the school knew what I was doing. My instructors didn't know what I was doing. The A&P students couldn't believe what I was doing. But as I progressed through that, one of the local hospitals reached out to ask and see if they had any biomed students that might be wanting a job. Mm-hmm. So I interviewed with them, and that's where my career started almost 30 years ago now.
Wow.
And then we moved to northern Michigan in Traverse City at Munson Healthcare, 27 plus years now, and that's where I've been. And then in 2018, we began the Biomed Associate's Degree program at Northwest Michigan College. And I was abruptly thrown into that adjunct instructor position with a month and a half to prepare a syllabus and set up the first semester before it started in January. I'd never taught, never had any idea on how to do it, and nobody at the school even knew what I was doing. So I was flying free.
And what I love about Joe, if you don't know Joe, is that he works full time, passionate about his job, carries the pager, teaches at night, develops curriculum, and then he goes out and probably talks to thousands of students a year.
Oh, yeah.
He is so passionate about promoting the field. And we often hear, we don't have the time to do this. We have a workforce deficit. What's the solution? And I always say, if all of us in this room went and did one presentation
Right.
a year, think of all the people that we would
Yes.
reach. Now,
Yes.
you probably do multiple ones a month and talk to thousands of people a year. You want to talk a little bit about all your outreach and the impact that you're making in Michigan and northern Michigan?
Yeah. Well, where that started was obviously we're in a rural area, unlike many other cities where universities and colleges have biomed programs where they have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people to select from. Northern Michigan, Traverse City is the biggest city in northern Michigan, and we're at 35,000 people. Our outreach is actually 28 counties.
Wow.
And we probably don't even have 100,000 people in those 28 counties total. So our outreach is very, very large. And Michigan has began a few years ago. They're called AAMI Career Quests, and it's geared specifically towards freshmen generally in high schools. And they bring businesses together, and it's a career exploration. And they bring them together in big arenas and civic centers and things, and they bus in students. The one we have in Traverse City that has a 5-county area, we have 2,000 students come in May.
Wow.
And they're coming in and exploring all 80 to 90 businesses there and what their opportunities are.
Wow, that's
And,
fantastic.
and Joe always sends me a text of a picture of him with the students every time he does this. And I feel like you probably text me weekly. I just he does it so much.
Once April hits, usually each year,
Yeah.
the springtime is when a lot of them go. So yeah, it ramped up. But I do some in the fall also. I've been
Wow.
invited to schools and different projects. So in May, I had 2 weeks in a row where we had 2 MI career quests, and we had over 3,200 students come through.
So when you talk to those students, this is obviously a field you love. You've been in it for many, many years, stuck with it, probably
Yep,
had other
yep.
opportunities and said, nope, this is where I want to
Yep.
stay. You've worked hard to get into it and all of that. So when the students come up to you and you've got 80 different competing industries or whatever it might be, and they say, well, why should I consider this career?
Right.
What do you tell them?
Well, first off, in this day and age, what I have found that high school counselors are still mostly in the mindset of telling their students 4-year degree, 4-year degree, 4-year degree. When I present to them that biomed is an associate's degree, their eyes get a little bigger. In Michigan, our governor put forth funding a few years back called Michigan Tuition Promise or something like that. And anyone who does not have an associate's degree at minimum can go back to school and be paid by the state to go to school.
They just announced that in Massachusetts too. You can get an
Okay.
associate's degree for free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ours isn't. It depends on where you go to college. If you're in the county of the college, such as where I'm at in Grand Traverse County, our students in Grand Traverse County can get their entire biomed associate's degree for free.
Wow.
And when
That's fantastic.
And when I explain that to them and present it to them, think about it. When you're graduating, you're 20 years old, we can get you a job. We
Making
know
good
there's
money.
job making a living on your own.
Yeah.
I have former students who have done exactly this, and you will have no debt. You look at your high school peers who have gone to university, they still got 2 to 3 more years of school, and they're going to come out with $80,000 to $100,000 in debt.
Well, that's modest, even more
yes,
potentially.
yes.
Yeah, depending where they go.
Yeah, if they go to
college.
U of M or MSU,
Yeah.
which are preferred in Michigan or Purdue or wherever, yeah, you're talking hundreds of thousands in some
Right.
cases.
Right.
So when they start hearing those numbers and those things, and then inevitably I always add on to the end of it, did you go to spring break this year? Yeah. If you were an adult and you wanted to take that spring break and get paid for it while you're doing it, would that be fun? Yeah. How do I do that? It's called paid vacation. You get a full-time job, you'll get it. They love
never
that
heard of
idea.
that
no,
before,
they
huh?
haven't. A lot
Or
of them
paid
haven't.
travel too.
Or, yeah,
you know?
in some cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
So,
that's fantastic.
yeah.
I mean, and if it's not enough, you also participate in standards.
I do.
You're on the AEM committee?
Not yet.
Oh, I botched it. Which one are you on?
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Yep.
So, why do you participate in standards?
I was asked to. No. Honestly, it was.
Did we rehearse this part? I don't think this was... Go ahead.
I got onto the TMC committee
Yes,
a few
you
years
also
back.
did that too.
Yeah, a few years back, and it was brought to us about standards that we needed people. And at that point, we were looking at the college list of putting that together.
Yes.
So it wasn't really a standard, but it was something that put us into it, and that led to
Competencies.
competencies, and there was one other one I was on too before I hit vocabulary.
Was it the equipment gray areas?
Yes,
You were part of that
we
committee,
did that
too.
one too. So yeah. So
All good and
TMC
useful
led.
documents. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So TMC led me down that path.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yes.
So what's next? You've been
Yeah.
taking it easy for the last 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
only working
Yeah.
20 hours a day.
Well,
But what's most important to you in your career over the next 3 to 5 years?
growing our program, that little thing and that happened in 2020-ish
Yeah.
that kind of affected a lot of
something.
people. Yeah, for like 3 years. it really diminished the amount of recruiting I could do for the program. So in reality, our college program's only 4 or 5 years old.
Right.
So I need to grow that, and I'm getting backing from the school and getting advertisement and promotion for it. So
Okay.
hopefully we can start bringing some numbers up and going to the schools, and I'm hopefully starting to see that come to fruition too.
Fantastic.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you for all you do. And for those who don't know, if you do promotions at schools, high school events, we're always happy to send career brochures and swag. I
Absolutely.
mail Joe boxes. It feels like weekly of AAMI stuff that he
I need some
hands
more,
out
actually.
to everything. I'll send you more when I get back.
All right.
Marketing.
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
Yeah. Just
There
put
might
me
be
on a
some here
regular.
that you can take and put in your
Regular.
Oh, there you
suitcase,
go.
actually.
Should we just drop ship to you
Yeah,
every
just drop
30
ship.
days?
every 2 months,
We'll put
just
you on
drop
a
me something new.
subscription model.
One, if folks want to learn more about your program, you're talking about growing your program, where can they learn more?
They can reach out to me.
Okay.
If at this point anybody wants my card, I can give them my card.
All right.
But Danielle knows how to reach me very well.
Okay.
And
Great.
most
Say the name of
everybody.
your school one more time.
Northwestern Michigan College.
So then go look there as
Yep.
well. Okay,
Yep.
perfect.
So
Perfect.
Well, Joe, congratulations again.
Thanks,
I'm
Danielle.
so proud of you and so
So
glad
well
to see. Yeah,
deserved.
so well
Yeah.
deserved.
thank you very much.
Thank you.